Oh, God, it already started like 10 seconds ago and didn't tell us. Anyway, welcome back. We're back. Black Squadron Podcast, episode 35. Let's go. All right, so what? We were gone a month, and we're back for season 2, and we got a new guest, our new host. What's up, Todd?
How y'all doing?
Todd.
Pleasure to be here.
Many of you probably know Todd from Twitter for his mildly unhealthy Baby Yoda obsession.
Okay, listen, I have enough Baby Yodas. Like, I'm trying to make a whole army of it. That way, like, I have my little my crowd when I'm watching.
Wait. I have competition for Baby Yoda love?
Oh, you've got so much competition.
He's creating an infantry.
Oh.
Anyway. Also, not only are we back for season 2 and a new host, it's our 1-year anniversary to the date.
Woo!
So me, David, and Slade are the original 3. Cam comes and goes when he pleases. You never know.
I've yet to do a show with Cam.
Yep.
That makes 2 of us.
So yeah, what's been going on in the world of Star Wars? Let's take a look.
There's been a ton.
There has been a ton. I think before we get into all the Emmy news, Slade, did you have a trivia question you wanted to do, or no, dog?
Well, I mean, if we're getting into the Emmys, what I'm going to bring up now, a fun little question for you guys. And we'll get through the Emmy news, and then I'll be monitoring the comments, see if anyone actually knows the answer. And if you do know the answer, because you are watching this live, or you're not, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll send you some present. I don't know what. Star Wars stuff. Okay, so the question for this is, what was actually the very first Star Wars related show, I guess you'd call it? Star Wars related thing to win an Emmy. Not an Oscar, not an Academy Award, not a Grammy, but an Emmy. If you know that, pop it over in the chat. That's my question.
All right. I honestly have no idea. But I think if I thought about it, I could probably figure it out, but here we are.
It's got to be the holiday special, right?
Probably.
Gotta be.
That won all of them. That was the first ever clean sweep of the Emmys.
It's still winning Emmys today. So why are we talking about the Emmys? The Mandalorian has, as of now, to my knowledge, has already won 5. Is that right? Yeah, 5. So they've won Outstanding Cinematography for a single camera series, half-hour show. I guess there's a difference between hours and half-hour shows. Excellent. Now it's for Chapter 7, The Reckoning. Don't remember what happened there.
You don't remember the second one?
No. The actual episode. I don't know. I got hit in the head twice today, so yeah.
Oh wait, by the way,
that's the one
that was your face. It looks fine.
Yeah. My eyes are just a little bit black.
I was gonna say you can't really tell unless you point it out.
Yeah.
So about an hour ago, guys, we get a text message from BP. First, it's just this giant framed poster, like detached from the wall, half broke ass on his sofa, and then this other one of him holding up like a cloth to his face.
I have had those.
Somehow managed to de-wall a big ass frame onto his face.
Yeah, so a little wonky, so stick with me here. All right, the second one they went for was Outstanding Production Design for a Narrative Program. That was for episode 1. Outstanding Sound Editing for a Comedy or a Drama Series and Animation for Chapter 1. Outstanding Sound Mixing for a Comedy or Drama Series and Animation for Chapter 2. And then Outstanding Visual Effects for Chapter 2, specifically the child, a.k.a. Baby Yoda. Which they obviously crushed that puppet because it looks so real, like so much of the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I believe it's still. I don't know how the Emmys work. Are the Emmys still going? Are they still nominated for things?
I think there's still 2 more nights of potential awards that they could win.
That's crazy. But I think they're 12 more they're nominated for, or something like that. No,
Yeah.
10 more.
I know Outstanding Drama is like the big, like, if they win that, it'll melt the entire industry.
That would be insane.
That would be
That would
amazing.
be crazy.
I wonder who they'll be up against.
Speaking of the Mandalorian season 2 trailer dropped.
Yes, it did.
Is it October yet?
I guess it's a teaser, right? Not trailer, technically.
Oh yeah, that's very much just the teaser. They showed, was it 30 seconds of footage? I think it wasn't much.
I love the armor speech or the conversation they're having over the top from the first season. I love the armor. She's such a badass.
She is.
It'd be really cool to have her helmet, but I'm out of space. So
I know someone who makes those things.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Pretty handsome as a devil.
A fabricator.
What else came out in the news? Oh, Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, the VR game.
Yep.
Has anybody played the Vader VR game? I know
Vader
Cam has. Yeah.
Yes.
You played it?
Yeah. Not all of it.
I have the poster that the Oculus booth gave us at Celebration. The game was like down or something, but he's like, "Here, take a poster." No, that wasn't him. That was the Fallen Order guys. We got the poster. Remember, like
Cam went or something, right?
Yeah. So Cam went to the Vader Immortal panel, and they didn't have the posters for some reason. Like they were given away. So Cam found some random lady who didn't look like she worked there at all. She's like, "Oh yeah, come with us." She led us like through 7 buildings. We could have been being led to our deaths.
It was actually back to the hotel.
Yeah, back to our hotel. Yeah. We go up to a random like 7th floor. There's nothing on there, but just a ton of like swag that Star Wars Celebration was giving away. That was actually a lot of fun. Wondering if we were going to die or not. And if I remember correctly, I put a sketch card that I drew in a guy's hoodie walking towards
us. So we're just walking, and he just boop, pops one of this guy's hoodie.
One lucky customer.
So Star Wars Tales from Galaxy's Edge is really cool because it has Anthony Daniels back as C-3PO, and you get to see Yoda, and it comes out, of course, the holiday season.
Yep.
Get your pre-orders in, folks.
The Star Wars, The Sims. I don't know if you call it DLC or expansion or a full game, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I see some people are having a lot of fun with it. I haven't tried it yet, but it's something. It's more Star Wars for you. So
I've never played Sims.
Go for it.
I've never played Sims.
My little sister, it's like the only game that she will play.
Never played that.
I saw people, you can make your own character and everything for like a Star Wars character. I saw a lot of Dark Rays being made.
Of course.
So I have never played it, so I haven't like really wanted to purchase it. So I'm particularly jazzed for our next topic, which is Star Wars Squadrons, which comes out in 2 weeks?
I think October 2nd, right?
Yeah. So we'll be
pre-orders are available right now.
It's true, and you get a bunch of skins with it, and something else. I can't remember what I got. I got an email after I pre-ordered it. Hello there.
Hello.
General. So yeah, Star Wars Squadrons. Did you guys see the short they put out?
Oh, I loved it.
Called Hunted. That made me want an Alphabet Squadron movie so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Or just more animated, like dogfighting kind of videos or something along those lines. I love all the animated stuff that they do. So give me more of it.
Yeah, I would definitely take a series of that, or just more shorts, like over time. It was 6 minutes long or so, but it was really good. It was a lot of fun. It made me even more excited for the game.
This last week, I've seen my first bit of animated GIF or GIF, as you do, of squadrons, like dogfighting scenes.
Oh, nice.
That people are starting to make, and it's just like, please, more, please,
Give
more.
me it all, please.
Yeah, I would like this to be now.
I was hoping that, because I have Battlefront 2, and I tried to hop onto the Starfighter section, but can't load any games in. There's not enough people playing it, which I'm kind of surprised that the hype's not there for people.
It's probably there. Yeah, I don't know.
Star Wars High Republic #1, as you guys know, was pushed from now to the first of the year, but they released like the first 3 or 4 pages of the first issue, which was kind of cool. I was going to read you guys like a little bit of what the story's about, but I won't do that because we're still 3 months away from the release. So if you want to find that, it's on StarWars.com. as is everything else we're talking about, because it's not real unless it's on StarWars.com.
No.
Toy news. 2 toy things that I saw from our break that I thought I'd talk about. One, the Mattel Babu Frick stuff.
Oh my god, I am so excited for that. I love Babu Frick.
Bobby Frick.
That'd be really fun to have to put it next to the Sideshow Baby Yoda.
Oh my gosh.
There's a link to the article on StarWars.com. I don't know. There was no release date for it, so I'm assuming holidays because everything else is holidays. And then the last thing in toy news, this giant, massive Lego Star Wars Mos Eisley Cantina set.
I love it. I love it so hard.
So it's already on sale for Lego VIP members. Guys, 3,187 pieces. It comes with 21 figures, including Han and Greedo. I don't know why they specified that, but they did. Includes a speeder and a dewback. I think it was $400.
At least that's too much. I'm sorry.
So
these big Lego sets are just too fucking much. But goddamn, I love it.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I would put it. Like just the amount of space that thing takes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 feet totally. It's ridiculous.
Speaking of
Robert Deans, apologies.
Hey, Robert.
We're reading happy anniversary.
Oh, thanks.
Everybody. Thank you for joining us like you usually do. Good seeing you. We're talking Legos.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of Legos just because they're super expensive for what they are, and I have a small kid and a dog, so it just seems like a bad idea. Do you guys have any of the Lego sets?
I have a lot of Lego sets upstairs, from Star Wars to Marvel to Knights and Pirates, all that jazz. Nothing's put together because the kids have just destroyed all of it by now.
I have an Overwatch set. I always go in and I look at the Star Wars ones and I'm like, I want it so bad, but money.
Money.
One of them little packs you get
We do have a bunch of more people watching now than we did right at the top of the show. So I'm going to throw out our trivia question one more time for you all, since now there's more people. And we'll circle back at the end of the episode to see if anyone answered it. If you do know the answer, go ahead and pop it in the comments section. We were talking about Mandalorian winning a bunch of Emmys, which is awesome. So if you know, what was the very first Star Wars related thing to win an Emmy? Pop it down there. I'll send you something nice. I'll get you something nice. That's
a
it.
signed picture of Slade.
And if you're here to see it behind the bucket, guys, they will be here shortly. And then the last thing. That's true. I have a feeling it's like puzzles. If I bought a Lego kit, it would just be in the box forever. And the last thing is Thrawn. That's the new Thrawn book came out while we were out. And oh look, props.
Hello.
The blue pages.
I love it. If you guys don't know, so it was like 10,000 copies of the book or something, like maybe 100,000, whatever it was. It's only first printing and only first something set of it. Have these blue pages because Thrawn's skin is blue, so they want to show that.
His butt's blue.
His everything is blue.
Did they, if I remember correctly, the pages they did the blue page deal because the book got pushed back. Well, at least that's how they sold it. That
might have been a nice little bonus. I mean, It definitely wasn't planned, and it wasn't announced until way after the initial release date. So yeah, that might have been an extra bonus at the end. And it did debut this week on the New York Times bestseller list at number 9 in the nation. So yay, Star Wars!
Yeah,
It's
awesome.
the only Star Wars book that, the Timothy Zahn Thrawn books that hit that list regularly. So awesome.
It's crazy. Think about that, because like Claudia Gray and Charles Soule,
they're big sellers, but not like top 10 of all books in the country.
That's crazy. That's crazy to really think about. To wrap your brain around. Varney does the thing. What did I miss? In 1977, there was a small space film called Star Wars. It took the world by storm. They eventually renamed it to A New Hope, Episode 4. Guy named George, handsome fella, a little bit of neck.
Just a small one.
Extra
way,
small
Todd,
flannels.
Here's the stream mascot. This is Kitten.
Oh, adorable.
She makes an appearance at least once a night.
And the real stream mascot is sitting right here. Her name's BSP.
Yeah.
So yeah, since we're still waiting for Tom to get here. Todd, tell us a little bit about your Star Wars fandom. What got you into Star Wars?
So it was actually my dad. He took me when the special editions did the whole re-release in theaters. He took that. I think it was probably like 2 because I'm a baby. Took me to the theater at Potomac Mills in Virginia. I didn't do well because, again, I was like 2 years old at the time. So a small child in a theater with lots of explosions and loud sounds was a horrible mix. But for whatever reason, it just stuck with me after that. When the prequels came out, I remember, running around all the Toys R Us looking for as many action figures as I could, or picking up the early Naboo Battle Pack Lego sets. So from there, just constantly loving Star Wars. Always was a big Boba Fett fan. So of course, when Mando got announced, I was all on board with that. I remember literally counting down the days with a picture of Pedro Pascal at my office desk, yelling at me from the trailer reaction that he did. And yeah, so just love Star Wars, love everything about it, love watching it, love reading it, love running around in costumes of Star Wars characters.
So Todd's not at his place right now, but he does have a pretty silly Star Wars collection. So at some point he'll be back to his place and give you guys a little look, I bet.
I was gonna say I'll bring out all the whole army of Baby Yodas whenever I get a chance.
So these shelves are brand new. They're not set up the way that I want them, but now I plan on bringing all of my Baby Yoda items.
I was gonna say I'm just waiting on the sideshow life-size version.
See, I didn't get that one. Yeah, I'm not.
I remember when they announced that. I think at the time it was just in our group chat. I think it was just me, Slade, and Cam. I sent him a link and I was like, "Would you guys judge me if I bought this?" And before they could even reply, I said I bought it.
I was gonna say, I had something similar where I was like, "Do I really need this? Do I really, really want it?" And then I sent it to a friend. I was like, "Should I buy this?" And then I was like, "Just kidding, I already bought it. We're gonna roll with it."
My wife just found out that I bought it.
I was just gonna say, yeah, but BP said that my wife doesn't know about it yet.
She found out last week. She goes, "What's this charge to sideshow?"
She just says curtains. It's just curtains.
I was like, "It's a circus coming through town. It's a donation to a circus." So yeah, that's pretty cool. But I don't know where our guest is. Let me take a look. All right, let's see here.
So while you're looking at that, let me talk to you about Thrawn. All right, so if you have not read any of the other Thrawn books, the newer Thrawn books, of which Mari's read none, it's okay though. We still like her. We still keep her around.
I was reading the books in chronological order.
All of the books?
I started, yeah. I just started Maul.
Excellent.
That's a good book.
So,
too.
Star Wars, the Thrawn books, there's the three newer ones that take place, after the Disney acquisition. So they're canon: Thrawn, Thrawn Alliances, and Thrawn Treason. Thrawn Ascendancy takes place before all of those. This is technically a prequel, and it's supposed to be a prequel series. So it's Thrawn Ascendancy is the name of the series, and then this particular book is Chaos Rising. No, Chaos Rising, that way. So it takes place, it starts off with Thrawn as a young teen, and it shows his rise through the Chiss Ascendancy, which is freaking awesome, and how he became a big deal in with the Chiss. So a lot of people, their big question is like, okay, is everyone from over there as neurotic and crazy and awesome strategically as he is? And the answer is, frankly, no. He is an anomaly even in their race. So it's just really cool to see him grow through the system there with the Chiss and how he made a name for himself. It's really cool seeing some of the characters brought back from the other series. There is a Anakin Skywalker appearance in this, which is really cool. They do meet up, and it ties in with their their Thrawn Alliance's meetup. It just gives a kind of different point of view of that. Highly recommended. You can start off with this one. You don't have to read the other three at all because it does give you that early on information about Thrawn, who he is, where he comes from. My biggest takeaway from it, and I'm kind of rambling right now because BP is not ready, so we're just going to go with it. My biggest takeaway from this really is, and I'm going to get flack for it, but the disservice that the Star Wars Rebels show did to Thrawn. And what I mean by that is, even in the older Thrawn series, so this was, Timothy Zahn's old series, 25, 27, 30 years ago now. Thrawn was a different kind of a character than he really was in the Rebels series. And especially in this one, you see him more as he's not a bad guy. He's not a villain. But he really has that kind of persona and stigma about him in Rebels, where he's the big bad guy. He's after Ezra. He's doing all this stuff. He's bad guy. And he's really almost like a cartoonish, like a comic book villain. I'm going to get you, Batman. That's really what Thrawn is in Rebels. And that's nothing like what he's like in the books. And I absolutely adore him in the books. He's a good guy. He's a leader. He is badass. I love it. I highly recommend the books. BP. What was that, Mari?
I'll get there.
You'll get there. You can borrow them. I have them.
So that's why you didn't respond to my "I like how he was in Rebels" comment.
I let it slide.
I know. Now I see it was just.
Did you see what Jay Roberts said?
Last time he read a Star Wars novel, Todd wasn't alive yet.
Listen, okay, I get it. I'm a baby.
How can I ask you how old you are?
Oh,
no.
How dare you? 26. So.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, I think I never got around to the Thrawn books, the early OG Zahn Thrawn books. So Rebels was my first sort of introduction. I knew of the character. Yeah. But Rebels was definitely my first introduction, and then the newer trilogy that came out was sort of my outside of the show introduction to Thrawn. So I always thought I like the books a little more than how Thrawn is in Rebels, just because it's more kind of the inner workings of his brain and sort of how he justifies everything. And I don't know. I thought he was a cool character, and just seeing that extra layer that the books added. But my book backlog is so large that I don't know when I'll get to the new Thrawn book.
Did you like him in the Rebel show?
I did. Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely like I said, I knew who he was kind of. I was somewhat familiar with the OG Thrawn trilogy. Yep. So the hype and everything when he was announced as he was coming in, I kind of understood that. Mm-hmm. But I didn't really have any sort of preconceived views towards Thrawn before the show. So I guess from that aspect, it was sort of nice going in with a blank slate, not really knowing what to expect, and then sort of basing my opinion off of that.
All right, guys. Sorry, we were having some technical issues on the back end, but the good news is got it all figured out. Am I muted? Not muted.
No, you're good.
Hey-o. All right, so.
It looks really good when you centered like that, because that hat just freaking glows, man.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite hat that you own.
Yeah. If anybody wants one, let me know. I can make them. It's easy. All right, so we have Tom from Behind the Bucket documentary. Ooh. So let's bring in Tom and talk some Star Wars.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Sorry about the technical difficulties, but we're on.
Oh, the child must be close. So you're Indicators beeping back there.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to go, guys.
Oh, that's so
Sorry.
cool.
Yeah, I
Oh, I
actually
love that.
picked it up visiting Dominic Pace when he was out here in Chicago. So very
Let's roll.
cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Let's
Yeah.
roll.
Let's go.
I got the pulse rifle. Let's do it.
So
Yeah,
how's
Dominic
everyone
Pace-
doing?
Dude, we're doing good. We're just going over the things that's happened in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks in Star Warsville. So the Emmys, Squadrons, The Sims. Been talking about all of it.
Very
Legos.
cool. Very cool.
So yeah, we brought you on so you can tell the world a little bit more about your project.
Well, thank you very much. I guess I'll just start. I don't know if anyone knows about it here on the channel right now, but it's a documentary that we've been filming about the Midwest Garrison, which is my local garrison here in Chicago, Illinois. And if you're not familiar with the 501st itself, it's a Star Wars costume club, and we are very strongly based on charity work. We do a lot of fun things, of course, like the comic book conventions and things like that. But what a lot of people don't realize what we do is we help raise money directly and indirectly by our appearance at many of these events. We do a lot for Make-A-Wish. We visit sick kids in the hospital. We just do, we work with police and fire departments and different causes worldwide. And it's just, it's a wonderful organization. It's a wonderful group to be a part of. Many people that have joined basically felt like they found their tribe. And
Nice.
This is the part of the club that I want to talk about. And I want to really just, help people understand, because they do see us at these comic book conventions and the parades and things like that, but they don't realize that, it's not all a bunch of grown-ups playing dress up. We're from all walks of life, as far as being firefighters ourselves or lawyers. You name it, we got them all. And, we're all under this umbrella of loving Star Wars and costuming. And everyone involved too is on a different skill level as far as what they can build and what they want to build. And the great thing about it is that the club itself is there to help you make that dream come true. So if you're a woman or a male or whatever the thing is, and you want to get in a certain costume, we'll get you there. And so that's kind of in a nutshell what the documentary is about and the organization itself. But I've been filming for about 2 years, and I have some past history in some filmmaking. I've done some prop making and been behind the scenes on some feature films. But I made these contacts with some filmmakers, and it's been really great because I brought this project to their attention. And unlike a feature film, a documentary is time consuming. It's the long haul, and we film these events as they happen.
Has the pandemic caused a slowdown on your end because of the
Yeah,
events?
absolutely. There was a lot of scenes that we wanted to get and things I had planned, and this caused us to be a little more, we have to use what we got, but we also get to be more creative with what we got. So the other thing with a documentary is you have a pretty good outline of what you want, but until you start getting that footage coming in and rolling with that, we're not scripting this at all. So you start searching for the story, and that's another reason why 2 years of filming and then now in post-production, these kind of things take this long. But the great thing about it is that we are filming the Midwest Garrison here in Chicago, but this is synonymous with any garrison, I think, worldwide. This can be, people can relate to this in their garrisons, no matter where they're coming from. And this is not just fan based as far as if you're a Star Wars fan or not. I want people to enjoy this that enjoy documentaries. I want people to enjoy this that love Star Wars. I want the costuming or cosplay. But who I really want to reach are the families of the members that kind of don't understand why we do what we do. And just the regular people on the streets that just kind of see us from afar and not really understand that we're not paid to do this. This is completely volunteer. We are putting all our time, effort, and and money into this. And the same thing goes along with this documentary. This is a passion project. Nobody's getting paid to do any of this. These are filmmakers that I'm working with, and everyone's sacrificing their time just like the Garrisons do. So it's kind of symbolic, and it's kind of poetic too in that way.
Do you guys, are you doing just 501st, or are you including Rebel Legion in?
So the clubs, we mesh all together always, but for the sake of our own sanity, yeah, I mean there's so much that we can cover just on one fan group alone. We are just covering the Midwest Garrison, which is a 501st costuming club, and but once again, even though we don't specifically talk about the Rebel Legion or the Mando Mercs, they're on film. There's footage of them, and many people share dual memberships within the Rebel Legion or the 501st. So the point that we're really trying to get across once again is that the work that we're doing, the love of Star Wars under this umbrella, is being used for charity and for helping people. So that's the message I'm trying to get across with this documentary.
How many hours do you have of filming footage? How much footage do you have right now for two years worth, or probably less than that because of obviously the situation now, less than 2 years. But so how much do you have right now, just in the background?
Hours and hours. And the thing is, you can never have enough B-roll. That's one of the things that I've learned. And B-roll is just footage of not necessarily someone talking or an interview or something like that, but just catching people in the moment and catching those intimate moments that you can kind of lay over people talking. And it's a part of filmmaking. You need to keep the stimulation going, and visuals are popping up as people are talking. And then as people talk about a specific subject, it's always nice to pan to that, that particular event. And so that's another reason why it takes so long to film a documentary versus a feature film, because the events are spread out throughout the year. And, if someone's talking about that or drops a name about someone, this is where you start saying, well, we need footage of that now, or I'd love to get a soundbite from this guy, or, I'd like to expand on this point. So you juggle a lot for sure. And I have no history or background in film at all. I'm a 501st member myself, but being a prop guy and a costume guy, I've gotten involved with my filmmakers who are all out of Wisconsin. And that's another issue that we kind of have, is being so far away with the pandemic and not knowing, especially in those early months, what's next. So, but internet is a great tool. We can communicate with each other that way, and FaceTime. And it's just, once again, causes us to be more creative. Yeah.
What suits do you have?
So I have a TK, which is a stormtrooper. I have Mando armor. I have a Tusken Raider. I have a Shadow Scout and a Shadow Trooper. What else do I have? That's it for now. But I think that's kind of one of the things. Whenever you start, you don't really stop at one. And once again, like my Tusken Raider, I'll use that as an example. That holds Rebel Legion and 501st. I can be approved in either both. And there's some costumes like that, like the Jawa, for example, too. My son is a Jawa, so I made a few of those costumes as well.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just ongoing. And then each movie that comes out, I'm like, I want that. I want to make that new costume, or just be, I forgot. Yeah, right. And I forgot. I have a Mud Trooper too.
Oh, nice.
Solo.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I love the Mud
parts
Trooper.
of it. Yeah, they're super cool looking.
Yeah.
They're like World War II type of feel. So I love that.
Yeah. I've said it many times in the show. I would love a trench warfare style movie in Star Wars.
Yeah.
That little scene from Solo for 2 hours.
Oh, so good.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Very cool.
Do you have a dream Star Wars suit that you would like to have or make?
Or have you done it already?
Or have you
Well,
done?
I mean, honestly, I think anyone that's really known me growing up in high school, or I mean, I've always been that Star Wars collector. I had the toys, and everyone would come over to my house and see my collections and stuff. So the fact that I'm a stormtrooper now, I mean, that's a dream in itself. And one of the guys that helped me achieve that dream is one of our own members, and I talk about that a little bit in the documentary. And so the biggest thing that happens when anyone gets their kit, and that's what they are, they're kits, so you have to still shape them and form them to your body. When you get these things, it's intimidating. And I ended up screwing mine up in one of the shins. I cut it too short, and there's no replacement parts, and so that's scary. And because you just spent all this money and you have this dream to be this character, and you screw it up, and you can't stretch plastic, so this just to show the type of atmosphere and the type of camaraderie and community that we have in the Star Wars community, in the 501st. He ended up giving me one of his shins out of his kit, not knowing if he would ever have a chance to replace it, but he figured, he helps other people put their costumes together, so maybe he was going to find someone smaller, and he did. He was able to find a young lady that was building an armor, and she was smaller in stature, and it ended up working out for her. But he took that chance, that he could have screwed up his own kit, and that's just the kind of thing. I've not known this guy for that long either, too, when I joined the garrison. So the fact that he did something like that, those are the kinds of things, when you meet a group of people, and once again you find your tribe, you just feel like you fit. Because I've been that kid, going to conventions, not first time going to a convention, not realizing that there's others out there. It's not just me that have this love, for a particular franchise or something like that. So it's a very cool feeling.
Really quick, BP, I hate to jump in on you. I just wanted to take a very quick shout out to Danny for joining us. Thank you, Danny. Danny, glad you're here like always. It's okay.
Hi, Danny. Yeah.
Hey, Danny.
We love that
We
you're
still
here.
love you, and we're glad you're here.
So Slade, myself, and Mari, we're all cosplayers as well. I have a bunch of Batman suits, and I have what I think might have been the first The Mandalorian cosplay. I built it the weekend after Celebration last year. But I'm also right now I'm building the Beskar suit, and Mari is building Cara Dune.
I haven't started. Don't say I'm building it. I'm trying to mentally prepare to make, because I mostly buy my costumes. I can put a closet cosplay together, but I just learned how to start. Like, I just started sewing, and then there's armor building in this one, and I'm just like,
that's the problem with the pandemic, is we're in no rush. So it's like, I want to build this. I got time.
But don't say that, because that's just more procrastination. More procrastination, and we believe me, that's the cosplay crush is the worst. I if anyone has ever tried to put a costume together before an event, they know all about that, the procrastination, and then the last minute, like that sudden burst of like, I gotta get this done.
Mine's usually like, oh shit, I haven't bought my wig or my contacts yet.
Do you have a number you can find me later, an email for a good Imperial officer? I'm trying to put together a Thrawn, and I cannot make that. I need to buy it from somewhere. You know who to get that from?
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the odd thing too about the garrison and stuff. So we build our costumes, and these are not Halloween costumes, so they're legit.
No, they're not.
As far, and you're paying the money. So, when a kid comes up to you and he sees you as a stormtrooper or whatever your costume you're trying to put it together, it's believable because it looks legit, and kids catch on to stuff like that, and adults get just as excited. But that's a part of the appeal of the group, and also part of the frustration because you have to do your research, and a lot of these links and a lot of these builders, like for the costume that you're looking at, you can find people like that on Etsy, and they'll sell full costumes, and particularly for your costume, that's usually one of the easiest ways to get into the 501st is to do an officer or a reserve pilot, which is basically a jumpsuit. And
oh no,
And
I'll be back.
speaking of jumpsuit,
So Slade, when you do a Thrawn, will you do the full red eyes?
Oh, I got to get the red contacts. Absolutely.
Mhm. Are his eyes like not just red pupils, like the whole thing, Solara's?
I think the whole eye's red, if I remember correctly.
all right, we're back.
So I really want to try that. Welcome back.
So his eyes are.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh
Like
yeah,
full red.
have fun with those contacts. Those are fun.
oh yeah,
We have a
That's
Thrawn in our garrison, and yeah, it's full body makeup and everything.
Mhm.
So just like a Twi'lek or something.
Yeah,
like
a lot of people who don't research it, don't try and get in, don't know or might not know that you guys have very strict requirements for if you're a stormtrooper, you have to have this type of armor and this type of this. If you're an officer, it depends on if the rank is curved or straight, because you can buy the different ones. And if you're going for this, it has to be this type. And that's exactly to what you were talking about is, when you're talking to the kids, when you're talking to the people at the conventions, you want them to have that authentic experience. So for I guess it's membership or to be approved, you have to follow every little detail. And I totally, you have to respect that, the dedication you guys have to that, which is awesome.
yeah. My cardboard box out didn't really work out so well.
I actually sent in an application and I got like a TK number and everything. But then when I started reading through all of it, I was like, oh, this is a lot. I was so intimidated.
Yeah, well, and I have my TK number right on my arm, and that's yours for life. So, the thing is, your approval process is your costume, and that's your membership. You're not paying dues. You're not paying anything like that. But you just need an approvable costume, and then, but once again, we're here to help you do that. We want you in. We want you to troop with us. And if you're not familiar with the terminology, trooping is what we call our events when we go out. So, you shouldn't feel intimidated. I mean, you need to reach out. You need to do your homework. You need to, if you're going to spend all this kind of money on a costume, you need to do those things so that it's easy to go through this process. And
So he's interrupted again, but I was going to mention, he said that everyone wants to help. And as soon as you sign up, you get a book or a PDF, and it's a list of costumes. And then they also give you a list of resources that you can use to build your costume off of with approved materials and everything. Okay. So there's a bunch of forums too. So your particular garrison might have a Facebook page and all that kind of stuff. So
can one of you guys bring him in? I can't reach it for some reason.
Oh, it's just me. Hi.
Oh, hey.
I got him.
All right.
Hopefully.
Maybe. Joke's on you, maybe. There he is.
There he is.
Sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm getting kicked out.
No problem.
But yeah, I heard what you said, and you're right. It's the forum, and then once you're on, the world is kind of opened up to you as far as makers that are making things just for people in the garrison. So you can start getting on the forums, and you can start finding things that you wouldn't be able to find just by doing a Google search. So
right, yeah.
For sure.
I totally forgot that when me and Warren were in the Army, however many years ago, we were actually in the 501st. Totally forgot about this.
You guys were Vader's fist.
Yeah.
Do you have, and you may have mentioned this on social media, is there an end goal, a tentative end date for your documentary? Sorry, my dog just did something weird.
He's froze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! All right.
What are you doing?
Try it one more time.
So yeah. Whoa. This is kind of, we can see the green room, and there's multiple Toms now.
He's in there twice.
We got lots of Toms. Oh, there's one.
There's one.
Am I the only one getting kicked out here? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I think it might be because you're on a
It's the program, not you.
A phone, maybe. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
Yeah, no, it's this year. I mean, we're definitely shooting for this year. We had a date planned for an event a pretty big event that we have here is called Joliet Star Wars Day. It's a library event, and they host the library, and then they host a museum, and then they host a what's the other one they do? Oh, a theater. It's a really beautiful theater, but they basically is a big block party, and it's all Star Wars. It's incredible. And I was going to premiere in one of the baseball.
No. Oh gosh.
So what we're going to make sure we do is we're going to have a nice post for him up on our Facebook page, on Twitter, giving all this information about where you can find Behind the Bucket, when it comes out, all that information, what it is, all that stuff.
You guys are actually in luck because it's already in the description down below.
No, we're going to put even more.
Keep pushing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to come back or not, but I thought we could just mess around and play a little trivia.
It's just, oh, there we go.
Oh, we did do trivia?
Yeah, so let me grab my trivia cards real quick.
Oh man,
I'm prepared to lose.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Todd, here we go.
I was going to say, me and trivia never mix well. So.
On the spot trivia, I am horrible.
Danny, I don't know much about the 501st, but it sounds like a transformative experience. Danny, pretty much if you head to any convention, it could be a Star Wars convention or just a comic book convention, they're usually there. They're like the official cosplay Star Warsers, and they're badass. So yeah, it's just like he's saying, you know, how he really finds them as family. That's so awesome that the group is like that for the people there.
And again,
hi Tom.
Since Tom's back, you can find.
I kicked my kids off the internet just in case that was an issue. I'm like, you know what? Put the phones away, put the laptops away. There's something going on here.
So I was saying, as you get kicked off, I put links to all your social media in our description in the video below. And Slade mentioned that we'll post some more stuff on our social media for it as well, because we're all big Star Wars fans and charitable folks as well. So we really like the project that you're working on here.
I'm so excited.
I appreciate that.
For it.
And this is word of mouth, this whole thing. So once again, we're not you know, there's one thing I've been doing. This is kind of helping get the word out, and where you guys reached out to me, which was on Instagram and our Facebook. I'm selling stickers and patches, and everyone loves swag, you know, and I'm selling these things basically for cost, and anything profit that we make is only going into or buying more swag. And then all I'm asking is that people turn in a selfie, you know, and then I can feature them, and I can just talk about, you know, more of the Star Wars community, and then they can talk about us. And it's been working. It's kind of a neat little promotion thing that we're doing, and everyone gets swag, and everyone feels like they're a part of the project. And I'm not going to give anything away, but I have something special planned for all of those selfies too. So as a way to say thank you. So yeah, once again, it's just another way to give back and a way to help other people on their social media, and hopefully they can help us as well.
And where can people buy the patches and stickers?
So direct message our social media links, Instagram, which is Behind the Bucket Doc, DOC. Behind the Bucket is on Facebook. Behind Bucket is our Twitter, and then we have a website. But your best way is just Instagram and Facebook, and you're literally talking to me on each one of those things. So I will I ship all over the world, so it doesn't matter where you are. I think I just have one. I just spent one out to Israel this week, and then someone just messaged me from Hong Kong, so I got one going out there, I guess, this week as well. But yeah.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. Mm-hmm.
I'm sending you a message right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna DM you when we're done.
I literally just said
problem.
I'm looking at you right now.
Yeah. Your messages are popping up too. Very cool. Yeah, because I am on a phone. So yeah, time to upgrade your laptop. So what do you guys? So I'm not familiar with you guys. I've been doing a lot of kind of podcasts and shows like this lately, but could you guys all tell me about yourselves a little bit?
Yeah. I wanted to start a Star Wars podcast because I felt like there wasn't enough of the 2.7 million of them. So I put out a tweet and I said, does anybody want to start a Star Wars podcast? And David replied pretty quickly, and we talked one time on Skype, and I was like, okay, let's do this. And then Slade and I had met. We're local here in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. We've met through Comic-Cons because Slade has his own Uncanny Nerd business. And then Mari is also local. And then I met Todd via Twitter because he lives about 7 blocks from me. And he's a
nice
big Mandalorian fan. So we love what we love. We love this nerd stuff. It's kind of our daily life. So we just want to talk about it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's why I think clubs and these platforms are perfect for that. You know, you get to surround yourselves with people that, you know, I'm not a sports guy. I never really have been. So when I go to an event and everyone's crowded around, you know, the TV, I get into it. I love it, but
Oh,
Now he was starting to go too.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I was like, this guy, it's about to do it again.
I'm going to shuffle these trivia cards because I don't remember the last time we did it. Which cards we did. When he comes back, someone pop him in.
J. Robert Deans is going to embarrass all of us by getting all these right.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I messed up. Somebody else had him.
They're playing Fighting for It.
Is this his Frozen one?
Is this Frozen?
I saw him like move. Is that?
Oh,
Did he want to build a snowman? All right. I don't know if it's going to work for us now.
Tom's
showing us his
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay.
Okay.
But we can't thank you enough for coming on, Tom. Please go follow his all the links are in the description. Support the project. Stuff like this is what, as a maker, I love. So I'm super excited for it.
absolutely.
So thank you again for coming on. Check your DMs because we're all going to be buying stuff
We're
from you.
literally gonna blow you up. We're just...
Very, very cool. I appreciate you guys.
And Tom,
right.
thank you
It was nice to meet
for
you
all
all,
you guys
and,
do
thank
with
you
the
very
kids.
much.
Also, you know, everything
Thank
you guys do for children.
Once it comes out, I'd love to come back on and we can talk about what you guys think of it.
Yes, you have to come back on so we can talk about it.
Standing invitation.
Yep.
Very cool. All right.
All right.
Very cool. All right.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your
Hey,
night.
Tom,
Thanks, Tom.
Take
Have a
care,
good
Tom.
night.
All right. You guys want to do some trivia?
I'm ready to lose some trivia.
Same. I got you, Todd. Wait, hang on.
Hold on.
I was gonna say which side.
Let's fist bump. Fist bump.
Okay, hold on.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, are we doing teams? Is it me and David? Is that what we're doing?
All right. You ready?
Let's go.
Wampa.
Gird your loins. All right. Who does Darth Sidious intentionally mislead in saying, when my new apprentice Darth Vader arrives, he will take care of you?
Newt Gunray.
Oh,
Ding! I was like, shoot them or something. Who does Obi-Wan describe as our only hope?
Anakin?
Luke?
Luke?
Negative, Ghost Rider. It's Luke. Come on, guys. Come on.
Oh, that's. I'm so wrapped up in Clone Wars right now. Like that's all that's going through my head.
This is actually one of my favorite quotes of all Star Wars, so you guys should get this one pretty quickly. Who says, being held by you isn't quite enough to get me excited?
Leia!
What commerce group, because Star Wars and commerce, what commerce group is represented at the Separatist meeting by the stately Sand Hill?
The Trade Federation?
The banking plans?
Banking clans, yeah.
I was going to say, those are the only two I know.
Yeah. I was like, I got a 50-50 chance here, and I'm probably not right.
What planet strikes Luke as something out of a dream?
Dagobah.
Dagobah. Who extinguishes his lightsaber at the end of Duel of the Fates music video?
Dun, 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 dun. The Duel of the Fates music.
There's three
video.
options, really.
I'm gonna say
Is it
Obi-Wan.
Vader?
Qui-Gon Jinn.
It's Obi-Wan, isn't it?
Oh no! It's Darth Maul on the desert after he was when Qui-Gon
Robert
and Obi-Wan and Anakin flew away.
Robert knew.
He's back.
Yep.
When
Yep.
Qui-Gon does his super force jumps.
Yeah, it was after he fought Jesus in the desert. All right.
Damn it.
Let's see here. What rebel leader explains that small one-man fighters might be able to penetrate the Death Star defenses?
Wait, say it again.
What rebel leader explains that small one-man fighters might be able to
I
penetrate
was
the
gonna
Death
say
Star
Akbar,
defenses?
you bastard.
It's not Akbar.
It's not Akbar?
Isn't it Dak?
I'll give you a hint. It's think our Star Wars Dungeons and Dragons character that I had.
Dodonna.
Dodonna. Coolest name ever. What character
I said
what
Dak.
character refers to the Force as a maxi bag? Maxi bag. Reading.
Oh, Jar Jar.
Yes, who else talk like that? Who does Han Solo?
Mari's face.
The lipstick just helps emphasize
He's
it.
like,
BP missed it.
What does Han Solo credit with being pretty good in a fight? Who? Sorry.
Chewie?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
He's pretty good at it.
Pretty good in a fight.
R2-D2.
Luke.
Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 2 for 2 on the Lukes tonight.
Just keep saying it every time.
Who separated from Luke Skywalker during their search through Cloud City?
Huh?
Who was separated?
R2-D2.
Yep.
Mhm.
Little roly boy.
Detoa.
What twosome traveled together from Hoth to Dagobah?
R2
Luke and R2.
This
and
is a Luke,
Todd.
this is a Luke card.
I was going to say, is it another Luke one?
Who tells
Hold on, wait. There is a much better answer about Cloud City. What was separated from Luke?
It's awful.
Yes, Danny.
Danny is now in the lead.
I award you 10 points.
Gryffindor. Who tells Obi-Wan Kenobi that the council approves his request to train Anakin Skywalker?
Yoga.
Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Approved.
All right, we'll do 2 more. I'm going to pick them at random. 2 more cards, that is. Because Stone Cold said so.
Agree with your decision.
Who saves C-3PO from Jabba's hungry sidekick?
R2.
R2.
I was going to say, it's that magical Kowakian monkey lizard.
Who suggests that the Republic gunships aim right above the fuel cells of the Trade Federation starships to escape Geonosis? That's a mouthful.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah,
I'm just going to throw out Anakin.
it's Anakin. I'm not reading it.
Admiral Thrawn.
Read
does
Danny's comment. Oh man.
Oh,
who
damn
does
right.
who does Luke claim is gravely mistaken about him?
Jabba.
Vader. Palpatine.
Palpy.
Yeah.
Top of Palpatine.
Third time's the charm.
Let me take another sip.
Oh, this is a good one. These are the kind of questions that I really dig. How many of the 30 people who went after or went to rescue Shmi made it back home alive?
So like 4.
2.
4. It was 4.
Todd, good call. Todd
Todd, what is this? I thought we were homies here, not gonna be winning this.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Run a fake
Todd
out.
Shark. I think that's what that is.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just running the table.
Only 4.
Let's see who answers this the fastest. You ready?
Okay.
Is that a sound effect or is that really happening?
That was perfect.
Wow.
Who was that?
Oh boy. I have no idea. Who was that coming from?
What
That was
happened
perfect.
here?
David hasn't moved
you
in
hear
like 30 minutes. It wasn't him. It came out of his butt. Todd?
There I go.
It wasn't me.
All right.
Wow.
It was
Proper
Luke.
cricket.
Oh, that was the 1 hour marker.
Oh, was it? What?
Is that a thing now?
I don't know. We're gonna keep going because
Have we been laughing for a minute and a half?
apparently.
Damn updates.
I don't know.
All right. See who can answer this the fastest. What planet does Princess Leia consider her homeworld?
Alderaan
Alderaan.
places.
What term does Qui-Gon define as life forms living together for a mutual advantage? That's a deep cut.
Symbiotes.
Boom.
I was like, it's not Parasite.
Midichlorian.
The other one.
Mastodons.
What character signals the Gungan retreat after the battle droids destroy their shield?
Captain Tarples.
No retreat, Jar Jar. That is correct. Tarples. What city is Luke Skywalker in?
Heliodary, where you at, other team?
And David?
What city is Luke Skywalker in when he loses his first lightsaber?
I was about to say his first hand.
I was like, he's only lost one, guys.
Cloud City?
Yep, Cloud City.
That's what I was gonna.
Who is referred to as the Emperor's prize? Mara Jade.
Is it Luke?
It is Luke. It's only Luke for Todd.
I'm getting a Luke.
We're changing Todd's name to Luke.
I'm starting to get a little lukewarm out here.
Remove him. Who's the first rebel to verbalize that the Falcon's escape from the Death Star was, quote, too easy?
Leia.
Princess Leia.
Yeah. Shut up, Slade.
What planet is led by a prime minister named Lamu Su?
Camino.
That is correct. I'm going to pop off my top. Last question for all the marbles. What official wears elaborate makeup that includes a red scar of remembrance on the lower lip that represents the time of suffering in her land's history? It technically says the Queen of Naboo. That's the Chiss way of saying it.
Yes.
All right, I think that'll do it. All right, so that was our first show back in months. We'll get back into the flow a little easier probably next time, which may be next Friday, maybe in 2 weeks. I haven't figured it out yet. But anything else you guys want to say before we go?
Welcome in, Todd.
Hi,
Well
Todd.
done on your first show.
Thank you.
All right, Todd, we do have a tradition for everybody in the first show. You have to spell Thrawn's real first name.
Oh boy.
Backwards.
Backwards.
It's the full name.
Yeah.
I aced this, by the way.
Yeah.
The Emmy trivia.
Oh, yeah. Did anybody answer it? There's a lot of
No.
comments. So.
Well, we had a couple of guesses. They were all wrong.
Okay, so what was the first Star Wars property to win an Emmy?
I'm still riding on Holiday Special.
So this is a kind of cool one. The Mandalorian was the first Emmy for anything Disney Plus. That's kind of cool. Well done there.
Hold on one second.
The first Star Wars something to win an Emmy was actually the Ewok Adventure, Caravan of Courage, 1985. It won for Outstanding Special Visual Effects. Bum, 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 bum.
The more you know.
Did you know that September apparently is Ewok Movie Month?
Bullshnikes.
With that being said, all right. Like and subscribe to the video, please, and thank you. Follow us on Twitter. We're getting closer to 1,000 followers. I'm going to give away one of these signed Grunberg hats. It's somewhere over there. I don't know where it is.
Yeah. So Ewoks came out in like November, so I don't know why it would be September that does it.
The cricket's back.
September is the Lord of the Rings Day. That's Hobbit Day or Bilbo Day or something, because that's when Bilbo and Frodo's birthday is. September.
Hold on.
Oh.
Well, no shit. You should have known this when I asked the question. It's either Ewoks, Thrawn, or Obi-Wan. That's all I really give a shit about.
It's true. And butts. All right, kids. We will see you guys when we see you guys, because I don't know when it's going to